All right, about a year ago you came in and had some testing done because you presented with some symptoms. I'm an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Can you tell us a little bit about the symptoms you had?
Yeah, at the time I came in, my symptoms were so bad that we had decided that it had turned into asthma. And I was using albuterol and I was using Symbicort, and then there was even talk of developing COPD over time. And I just needed some relief from it. My body was the human mucus producing machine. And I always had a gravelly voice, and I always had problems with my chest rattling, and I would just seem to go from bronchitis to bronchitis.
And then we did some testing and found you were allergic to some foods. Then you went through a process of eliminating those foods from your diet. What happened after you took those foods out of your diet, and how long did that take?
It didn't take very long at all. It left us with very limited diet, but we thought we had to try something. And so we ate a lot of fish and quinoa. Couldn't have any bread or rice.
And this was all picked up on testing, what you could eat and what you couldn't eat.
It was a long list. Things like apples. You feed babies applesauce and rice ad nauseum, and you never think about it being that they could be allergic to it. I'm sure that I just learned a lot. I learned a lot about what my body liked and what it didn't like, and it didn't take very long at all. I would say less than 5 days, and my body started to clear up, and I felt better, and I didn't have trouble breathing at night.
What happened to your asthma symptoms and your breathing?
They went away.
Short of breath.
They just went away. I haven't used albuterol in, probably almost a year, and the Symbicort too. I haven't used it in almost a year. Used to have to use something called Nasonex, which you would squirt up your nose, because I was so congested behind my eyes that you can't function very well when your head hurts.
Right.
And that just went away.
And for how long did you have that asthma problem, and for how long were you using the different asthma inhalers before you did the testing and went off the foods?
Well, it was at least 4 years,
4
maybe
years?
6 years. It was a long time.
Then you also went on treatment, allergy drops or oral desensitization for the food allergies. And what results have you found from doing that?
I started to add back foods out of desperation, really, because you can only live on fish and rice or fish and quinoa for so long, and then you start getting really hungry for other things. So it was about Christmas time, which would have been about 4 months, that I was on the drops, and so I would try a little of this and try a little of that, and nothing happened, and I was fine. But there are still some things that are triggers, but most of the list, really, I can eat the things on the list, just those few things that I told you, like I can't eat rice, no chocolate. I can eat corn out of a can, but I can't eat fresh corn off the cob. And there are a few other things that are triggers, but chocolate's really bad. I can eat a piece of chocolate and right away I start producing mucus. And it'll start running down my throat, and I'll lose my voice, and I get congested here, and all that comes back again. But if I stay away from chocolate, I'm fine. I can breathe just fine.
Well, that's very good to know. Thank you very much for speaking with me today.
Thank you.